You want to tell them a little bit about the signing and about scheduling and things of that nature? Give them a piece of the day?
No. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I asked you guys, what did you want to see? What type of videos you wanted to see from me? And the most requested video type was a day in the life of a multiple business owner. I filmed one of these already, but I figured I would film this again. The one that I filmed is not up already, but I figured I would go ahead and film this day because you'll actually get to see me actually leave the house and work all three businesses. And y'all, is giving me major anxiety already. Like, I am so serious. Someone has asked, a few people have asked how I actually juggle it all, how I actually manage it all. And I just want to tell you, it's not easy. I do have a team of people that work with me. It's just not easy. So I feel so anxious. When I feel like that, I take this Nutricom from Nature Sunshine. I've been taking this for, I don't know, for a while. But anyway, it's just basically a vitamin. It has like vitamin C, vitamin B, folic acid, vitamin B12, and several other things. So it'll help me get my anxiety in check. So basically, what we have going on today is I am going to one of my manufacturers, and I will be picking up some inventory for my e-commerce store. Then I have 2 signings, and then I have a meetup or a meeting with one of my interior decor clients. So y'all, this day just kind of like happened this way for a multitude of reasons. As a general practice, I try my best not to work all 3 businesses outside of the home on the same day. But today is kind of like uncontrollable. It's out of my control. And so that is what I'm going to be doing. So I figured I'd give you guys kind of like a rundown of all the ongoings, all the happenings of today. And I feel so stressed out already. So with my e-commerce store, the day kind of kicked off with getting like some fraudulent orders. And this is not easy to detect all the time. So when you get fraudulent orders, it just kind of like, you want to avoid having like a chargeback. So you know how when you have an unauthorized charge on your account at the bank, and you basically get in contact with your bank and tell them that, hey, this is not my charge, this is something that's fraudulent. And basically, the bank will investigate and refund your money more than likely. So typically speaking, like if I get a fraudulent order, then what happens is I try to analyze the order to see if it makes sense and see why my website host is telling me that it's fraudulent, which is great. I love Shopify. Shopify is really wonderful for that because it takes a lot of the guesswork out for you. And because before I had Shopify, I had a different payment processor. And what ended up happening with that payment processor is I actually lost like, I want to say $17,000. I know I look crazy, but work with me here. I actually lost $17,000 one year with this fraudulent order. It was huge, a huge fraudulent order. It was crazy, and it was hard to recoup, and basically I had to end up claiming that loss of my taxes. So anyway, that's a whole nother story, and I definitely don't want to make a video about that because I'm not trying to bring that sort of energy over here. But so I love Shopify for the reason that they kind of like give me like a fraud analysis anytime someone makes a payment. So if I fulfill the order that was fraudulent, basically what will happen is if it turns out that it truly is fraudulent, what will end up happening is, let's say it cost me $200 for the merchandise, and then let's say I had to ship it. So let's say shipping cost me $50, the merchandise cost me $200, and you know, the person, let's say they paid $600 for the item. Well, I will lose the shipping costs, the amount that I pay for the merchandise, plus the amount of that the customer actually paid, the fraudster actually paid. So that basically would be a loss of probably what, like close to, I'm lost track of my numbers, so about $850. So it's not just a loss of the amount of the order, it's a loss of everything that I paid. And that doesn't even include like if I had to like payroll that I paid for that particular order. So I kind of even drill down just even that far so that I could really understand what is happening and what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to do my makeup very quickly because the day started off with that fraudulent order. So that kind of put me behind. And, you know, then there were calls from the customer and a whole bunch of other stuff. So the way I actually handled it was I refunded the original payment method because I wasn't going to fulfill the order. Nothing about it made sense. So I wasn't going to fulfill the order. So basically, it's better for me to refund the original payment method and not even let that money hit my business checking account, because of the fact that if it happened the other way, how I just described, what would end up happening is I would be out a lot more money. So that order did not get fulfilled. So, and other craziness, I had a signing over the weekend. And with that signing that happened over the weekend, I scanned all of the documents and I got a call this morning saying that they did not have all the documents that I scanned. And I was like, okay, this is, you know, this is not that great. I had to take time to go ahead and get those documents, send them over again. So that took time out of my day, like the phone call, the follow-up call, getting those documents out. So I really don't mind working all 3 businesses in one day. I just don't like that I just don't really care for it when I work all 3 businesses outside the home. So in one of my other videos, I told you guys, you'll never see that I have like 6 signings plus per day. Like never. You will never ever see that on my channel because I do not run my schedule like that. That's just way too hectic. Today is Monday the 22nd, and at the end of the day, what I'm going to do is prepare for the one-on-ones that I have scheduled for tomorrow. So I really try to keep things in check. So I'm just going to finish my makeup real quick, do my hair, get dressed, and I'll see you guys outside in just a minute. Okay, you guys, so I'm dressed for the day and I'm getting documents printed right now, and I'm waiting on the other set of documents. The appointments are like, let me see, an hour and a half or so apart. So one of my subscribers is going to be my witness for the 2 o'clock appointment, and her name is Maria. So thank you, Maria, for helping me with this. Hey guys, so we just finished our 12:30 signing.
12:30 signing.
And it took forever. So this is my daughter Chances. Y'all remember her. Alexis Wellington. Y'all might remember her from that video. But basically, she came along with me to be my witness and everything. I greatly appreciate it. And we're about to stop and grab some lunch. And then I have another signing that we're going to go on. And then that'll be it for notary stuff for today. But we'll continue with other stuff, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You want to tell them a little bit about the signing and about scheduling and things of that nature?
It's been crazy. I told y'all when I started this video, I told y'all how the day was so hectic. I had to take my calming pill, that NutriCalm, and it definitely helped calm me down. I had to shift some things around so that my day would, you know, just like be okay. And I'm still working in the passenger seat, so my daughter is driving for me. But yeah, so we're about to grab some lunch and I will show you guys everything else that is happening today. Has been quite the day. Today has been a little bit crazy. So it is now 4:47 and I am headed to my interior design client's home. So I'm waiting on my daughter to come out of the house. My daughter, she owns her own business, and I told you guys she's a notary too. And so she manages a lot of the moving parts to some of my businesses. So she will be accompanying me on this appointment, and I hope to give you guys a good glimpse of, you know, like that process and what I do there. Like, I'm not going to record a bunch of audio or anything like that, but just to kind of like let you guys see what this crazy hectic day looks like. So I think I mentioned this earlier, but I really do not like to work all 3 businesses outside of the house on the same day. Like, I don't mind working all 3 businesses during the day. I prefer not to, but sometimes things, you know, just depending on certain factors, it all depends on a lot of different things. If an interior design client ends up signing a contract, then of course, you know, that we have to meet and things of that nature. If I have a consultation, then I have to do the consultation, but that's not a bad thing. The issue today came in really because of my signings. My signings were both pretty far from my house, and then the signings were just kind of like very close together. So I was trying to make arrangements to shift things around. One of the signers did not end up signing, which I think I'm going to make a video and tell you guys about this. And I'm kind of thinking about not working with this company again. Maybe instead of making the video, I'll just go ahead and tell you guys. So basically, there's a company who will basically make an agreement with a homeowner. They'll make an agreement with the homeowner, and the homeowner 9 times out of 10 has not sought this company out because a lot of people don't really understand this sort of transaction. So follow me here, okay? So basically, the company will seek the homeowner out and say, hey, we would love to give you X amount of thousands cash out of your house. And if you decide to sell, you don't have to sell, but if you and when you decide to sell, then you just have to allow us to list your house. So people are always really skeptical about this type of transaction. Like, every time I do a signing with this type of transaction, people are always really skeptical. And basically they always, you know, like end up kind of having a bunch of questions, and things sometimes get a little bit weird. Now, I don't think it's necessarily the right thing to do, but I'm not that person. I cannot give them any financial advice, so I keep my mouth shut, and I just basically get their contact on the line if need be, so that they could basically pitch the sale and, you know, actually close the deal, right? So that was my second appointment of the day today, and he was an older gentleman. That's the one that Maria went to with me, and he decided not to sign, which, you know, that's totally his prerogative that he decided not to sign. The deal didn't close. So basically, you know, the day just kind of, I went all the way to Decor for that signing. So from the signing that I had before that, going to Decor, it was like an hour to actually get there. Like, he told me once I was on his front porch. And like I said, that is totally his prerogative. It is a huge commitment that he's committing to, because you have to commit to allow that company to list your house for a long amount of years, a lot of years. So anyway, he decided not to do it. So it's just kind of like, I wish I didn't have that signing. And because of the fact that each and every time I have one of those signings, each and every time I have one of those signings, the people always just seem a little bit on edge. You know, they seem a little bit like, is this too good to be true? You know what I mean? They might be in a tight financial situation, and, you know, $5,000, $7,000 might sound really good to them at the moment, and they're wondering, is this the right decision for me to make? And I can understand that, because like I said, they're not seeking the company out, the company seeks them out. So I say all that to say, I think that I'm going to make the decision to stop accepting those sorts of signings. It's nothing wrong with accepting them. It's just that, as y'all could probably guess or see from this vlog, that my day could get really congested and really hectic. And not just my day, all of our day pretty much, right? So especially if you're doing loan signings and you're on this on-call business. And you're in this on-call business, your day could get pretty hectic really quick. So because of that, I'm like, you know, I'm not for sure that I'm going to stop accepting these signings, but I am thinking about it seriously to like stop accepting these types of signings. But we're just going to head on to my interior design client's house. I'm still waiting on my daughter to get out of this house. This is our first time being back home since we left home today, but it's been quite a busy day. We got a lot done, but we still are not finished. Once I get back from the design client's home, I have to come back home and put together a lot of things for the upcoming days for the rest of the week, just so that the rest of the week could go really smooth. So this is pretty much the day in the life of a multi-business owner. All right, guys, it is almost 7 o'clock. I finished up with my interior design client, went ahead and got her deposit. So that's great. That's always a good thing, right? So I'm so excited to start on her project. So yeah, so I picked up another signing. So this signing is at 8 p.m. and came back home to get the documents, got the documents printed and stuff like that. And now I'm gonna head to that signing. My ETA is 7:35, but since I have a little bit of time, I'm gonna pick up some dinner. I think I want a salad from Chick-fil-A, so that's what I'm gonna eat. This video was just to show you guys that being a multi-business owner is very hectic, but it's very rewarding. And that there is money to be made in Georgia with notaries, okay? Like, I know there's a lot of information saying, you know, like they have to do this and there's general notary work and they can't do that. But just to kind of like recap my day backward, because so my first signing was 150. My first signing was 115. My second was 70. My third was 150. And like, I've gotten more notifications for other signings, but I refuse those signings because my day is already very full. So again, that's why I say you guys will never see me doing like a ton of signings in a day. Like, this is enough for me. And it's really like a lot, especially with everything else that I had to do today. So I probably won't get back home until, Lord, gosh, maybe about close to 10 o'clock. Probably close to 10 o'clock. So yeah, definitely let's head to Chick-fil-A and get some dinner. I really haven't been on YouTube all day today, so I'm just trying to reply to comments and answer questions and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys have seen any updates in my description box, but I basically have.
Hi, I just want to let you know it's going to be like 6 extra minutes for the coffee. We have
Oh,
to make
okay.
it 5.
Okay. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that I'm now offering 10-week mentorships. So the 10-week mentorships is $259. But one of my tasks is to go ahead and send out invites to people who already scheduled a one-on-one session with me so that they could basically get like a discount. So instead of it being $259 for a 10-week mentorship, I will take that $59 off and it'll basically be $200 for the 10-week mentorship. And that's only if you've already scheduled a one-on-one with me. But anyway, I'm not sure if I'm going to announce it like in a video formally or anything like that, but I definitely have updated all of the description boxes. And I'm going to, of course, like mention it again in another video. I meant to mention it this morning at the start of this video. But so I'm just waiting on my coffee and waiting on my food. I'm so hungry and I want some coffee. So yeah, I'm drinking coffee and it's 7:30 at night. So whatever, I'm drinking coffee. But anyway, I'm just gonna get my food, go to this 8 o'clock signing, and I'll check back in with you guys after the signing. Hey Google, what time is it?
It's 10:16 p.m.
So I just got home, 10:16 p.m. I normally don't work this late, but I did today. And well, this late outside of the house, but I did today. And I'm about to head to bed because I have a long day of coaching tomorrow. So I look forward to it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.